long can you take in the bathroom? And you're in there for like half an hour.
Benjamin. Takes as long as it takes.
Well, we're
I'm
on
Dave. This is
Yeah, we're talking
Benjamin.
about
And we're
wash
talking
away
about
troubles.
wash
I
away
figure
troubles.
I could rebrand them by getting rid of the part of it.
Okay, but I still don't understand. Are that with who are they again?
It's a team.
Target was one of them,
Yeah, Target's the leader.
and then what was the other guy?
Don't Break
Don't
takes
Break.
one of the powerhouses.
Right.
There's Hammerhair. They're Jerry Fire as a cyborg.
Okay.
Okay, Calculate. He works as the team's Batman.
Right. You were telling me that.
Then there's Nobody. The similar target is a martial artist. He's like the copycat. And then there's Illusion Girl. He helps the team do things like seeing the dark, and cause problems for enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And then there would be Sharpie. He's the guy who can summon swords.
Mm-hmm.
They work like Sting, you can light up. There's Blunty. He uses bats and some blunt weapons. Okay.
Haven't we already talked about these guys before?
Several
times. Why are we talking about them again?
Because I like talking about them.
Okay, why?
Because they're good characters.
Well, yeah, but nothing new has gone on with them.
That's because we haven't been able to write any down because you're busy. See a lot.
That's true.
Often I can't find time to write with Mom. She's either busy, I forget.
Oh, okay. We'll have to work on that.
Mm-hmm. And there's a bone that's talking about some weapons they have. With Don't Break, he has these glove things that manifest little things on them.
Why?
And they're for harder hits.
But for what purpose? He already hits the hardest. What's the purpose?
It's something I made up for the heck of it.
Okay. It's just
that it gives them an extra attack to it.
It doesn't really work for me.
And it's these brass knuckle things. You can also use them for slapping and such. The style and remaining Don't Break is mostly defensive. So he would mostly use sumo tactics when fighting, aiding offensive. With an extra box in it.
Okay. Anything else?
And next would be Target. He basically has the sword. Or the cane thing. Think like cane.
Mm-hmm.
And more of a Chinese design.
Okay.
Into it.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. Was Kane supposed to be Chinese or Japanese?
He was Japanese.
Is it because Dai Yen's Japanese?
I have no idea. But his sword was definitely a Japanese make.
Yeah, his sword was of a Ninja Toe design.
And he was awesome with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I imagine I'm trying to using it for. Like things pure metal down to the hand, down to the scabbard part. But so it's not only an offensive, but it's also a defensive tool.
Hello, Moto.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't recognize the number. So go on.
Yeah, anyway.
It was from California.
A Hammerhair being a cyborg or is a special case. You see around on his arm here is cybernetic.
Mm-hmm.
So around here he can come out this little gadget thing in with a plasma with a laser kind of sphere thing.
Okay.
And he can also So split the little thing apart to make like 5 projectile arrows. And then there's other arm. That one has the shield along with claws that come out here,
Mm-hmm.
here, and claws come out here. They're not exactly the things that cut super good. They're more just cutting skin and such.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not really a weapon meant for taking down enemies. It's more of a harassment tool in combat.
interesting.
That most of what it'll do is cause a spray of blood.
Gross.
Nothing bad happens to muscle tissue, or the bone if you're curious. Yes, and then there's some other interesting, like calculate.
Mm-hmm.
He's similar to Batman, uses a lot of gadgets, but his greatest weapon is his mind. And like I said before, he can think to AI-like levels.
Okay.
Well, he has a fair share of gadgets to help him, such as a 3-dimensional maneuvering device. If you're curious, in order for the thing to work right, he needs to be up in the air for it to work properly.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's just kind of zipping around on the ground.
Okay.
And uses some specially designed guns, such as one that's specifically meant and for fighting enemies with, if ain't killing, Oh, each bullet is very, very useful. Oh, and 10 ends to switch around. Bold designs, and from full metal to hollow point. Good thing to confuse an enemy when you're shooting at them, and when you're shooting at them. And then he has this other one, and this is basically a Delaware sawed-off shotgun, and it's meant for helping. It's a gravity device. Packs a very lethal punch. Aimed right can break a person's ribs and internal organs in seconds. But he also uses it to help lift them up in the air. And he also designs everyone else's clothing and such. He makes the team's gadgets and such.
Okay.
Especially a special device, it allows them to copy themselves. Keep in mind the copies are only temporary. They are much weaker than the others. Each copy might look exactly the same, but tends to be weaker than the other.
Okay. I can understand that.
So, they would often use that against more dangerous opponents and such, to create copies of themselves for an army. It's more of an emergency tool.
Okay.
Well, another thing in the status is he has these like lightsaber kind of the blades on them. No, it's really cool. It's kind of like that black lightsaber thing Darth Maul had.
Okay.
Do you know that Darth Maul actually had a lightsaber like that?
Yeah.
And anyway, they're not as long as normal lightsabers. They're all short-ranged and one-handed blades, but are still very lethal. So, and then there will be a domed energy shield that he has to help shield him and others from enemy fire and such.
Mhm.
It can take several blows from things like tanks and such, but it's temporary. He designed it with intentional weaknesses.
Mhm.
So in case someone stole it, but they have a way to work around it.
Okay, we need to be done. I'm getting very tired for some reason, and I'm needing to lie down.
It's only been 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. And we can do another one tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, hey, there's some other characters. There's such as a retired one that's occasionally contacted, which would be a monkey. He can see the future.
Right.
He's not exactly the most helpful, but he's an occasional
Right.
assistance.
Okay.
And to see of anything helpful.
I've got to lie down. I'm sorry.
And then there's nobody. He can use any weapon he has.
Right.
As and copy movements and attacks with it.
Right.
Which is how he copies armed combat. He needs a weapon to copy said thing. And otherwise, it's not that efficient.
Right.
And nobody's on like 4'11".
Okay. Pretty short.
Yeah. Oh, and the character that I forgot to mention would be Thrower. And Fat Boy. Fat Boy's like the demolition expert. He puts explosive charges into things.
Right.
And Thrower throws them. Very far with pinpoint accuracy. And in theory, he could throw something across several continents.
Why would you want to do that?
It's in the theory thing. Power theory is a very important aspect in the world. Old wash away troubles.
Okay.
Will stay.
Okay. Well, we've got to stop.
They theorize with this stuff like crazy. And Calculate's one of the best at theorizing this stuff.
Okay. Cool.
And Target, as I mentioned before, can harness his demonic and divine energy. But remain, his base power is like Miguel O'Hara's Spider-Man 29's and Spider Sense.
Right.
And in a sense, it's not an actual Spider Sense. It is enhanced reflexes.
Okay. Okay. Say goodbye.
Okay, bye. The unholy number.